All right, Coach. U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set, ready, 60 or.
Here we go, D.
Ready.
They'll run on first down. Dickerson, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Watch out, watch out. Pick the edge. Come.
Hit it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First and 10 at the 32.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
But no, it takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And the pressure gets to him again. Deshaun Hand in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
The Lions take over first and 10.
Let's go.
20-yard line.
The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. This is Edwards. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Back to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Watch the pass. Watch the general. Next.
They're going to look to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. A throw out wide caught by Hopkins. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Come on, set, 50, plant, smooth.
They'll set up to throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
A gain of 14 yards brings up 3rd down.
Ready? 10-2, sir. Go, go.
defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Now.
Back to throw here. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And what a return as he brings us with all the way back to the 25-yard line. No score after one on EA Sports.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. And Lobo.
On first down, Edwards. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
You.
Looking to throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
Got it. Get before Mike. Check. Watch before. Don't get nervous.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Edwards, and he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
Here we go. Set. Dirty base. Let's go. Set, go.
They'll look to run with Edwards. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Ready.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, Charlie.
They run the counter. Dickerson. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
That's where you belong.
Down. 70.
Brings up
Indy.
3rd and 6.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. And Adams has it. Good play. And he's got the 1st down, yardage before being taken down at midfield.
go.
21 yards there on third down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Get it.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And it's second down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. Second and 10. It's caught here by Adams. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
First down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a first and 10. They'll set up a throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Deshaun Hand in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there, really nice play because it gives him a little bit of room to complete.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
You've got to know as a quarterback it's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Come on, D.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Hey, exit.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half.
A 28-yard attempt.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. The run on first down gets them a couple up to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here at half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So after the run for a yard, here comes 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll drop the throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep.
On 1st down, Dickerson. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is...
And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll run on first down. It's Edwards. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. 39 yards there, a big one. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you could hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley. It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They'll look to throw here. Oh, look at the juke. It's caught by Aguilar. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no yardage.
Okay.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. They'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. On first down, Dickerson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 26. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
2nd and 3. And that's complete to Adams. Touchdown, Vikings! Devontae Adams. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are back within a single score. And before they can get the play off, here's a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball. That's their first of this second half. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he's not going to get in as a try for 2 comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that...
And he coughed it up. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now back to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly.
And a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Here we go. 15 line. 15 line.
They'll run on first down. Dickerson looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
You got
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On the ready.
the mic. 57's the mic. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. No. Off.
Big grip.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. Well, they've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check, and they're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
He'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Tucker's kick is good. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they coughed it up. It led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
57's the hustle. Let's go. Hustle.
to throw. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
First down, Detroit.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Back to throw here. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Badgley on for the extra point. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It's now second and 6.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, second and 6. Second and 6. Open man is Samuel, complete. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll look to throw now on first down. They complete it to Hill. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Second and 5. And that is incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Down. 8, read.
Danny. Shoot. Wide.
Hey, Sam off. Get it.
On first down, Dickerson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Gone.
Check the backer.
Shoot.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Watch the screen. Hey, high 7. Keep dribbling.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Let's go.
70, Indy. Here we go. Undercross, there. Let go.
They'll set up to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Get him, boy.
A 6-yard pickup brings up
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Whistles and a timeout at the 2:05 mark. So this defense wanting to get one more pause in before the 2-minute warning, and they do just that. The Vikings on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Yeah. Bravo.
57. I'm coming up.
Nice.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to let it go deep. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Curtis Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. That's caught. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come on.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Edwards. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
At the 37-yard line.
Set, ready, 8, read. All day, just like that. Just like that.
Back to throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
13 yards. 1st down Lions.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10. They'll look to throw. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Second and 10. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with two straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is third and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
That is caught inside the 5. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. They'll look to throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett, but it'll be second and goal.
Brings up second and goal from the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Second and 4. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Got it.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis.
Ready to break.
Mike, 56.
Rock it.
Hey, watch the slant. Shoot. Check. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Hit it.
They'll set up a throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day.
It's a foot race. He's at the 40, the 20, and he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A huge play there in overtime. 64 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll run on first down. It's Edwards, and he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
And they're going with some extra beef up front. They've got to have this one in overtime. It's 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, here's Edwards. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Detroit, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.